Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Hello and welcome to my channel. Vice Rhino here. Cirrus is not over there because he's going to get food or something.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, you said you were going to get food.
Here. I have the food in my hand. I had to run to get my drink refilled.
Okay, because you were all like, oh, I need food to make my brain not go off topic. And then I was like, but I don't think that's going to stop it.
Oh, no. So that's not what I was referring to. So last week, during the last,
Hats, Artemis. Thanks for the hats, Artemis.
Do you remember last week when I, actually asked for us to stay on the topic instead of ADHDing into another, lookup thing for 10 minutes?
No.
Okay. It was
a thing that happened?
It was a thing that happened while we were in the middle of the tweets. And the reason I did that was my brain was drifting, and anything that unfocused it even a little further was actively giving me a migraine. So when we ended, my original plan of I'm going to do my other topics now, I couldn't. I was just like, nope, I am at the tail end of what I can do now. Shit.
So you guys helped me murder Cirrus by using my ADHD powers to trigger his ADHD not powers. Weaknesses.
My ADHD buff?
Yeah. My ADHD buff triggers your ADHD debuff. Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is.
There's nothing that can be done about it, and it's not one of those things where I'm just going to be like, fuck that Vice Rhino person, how dare he use Google? No. It was just me going, okay, I know that happened to me last time, and I know that I was approaching the point of being hungry at 8. Okay.
Speaking of,
trying to think of how I was going to be at 11. I was like, well, no, this is getting solved now.
Speaking of Google, though, I do need you to remind me if I forget to bring up my Google search with regards to the first news item that we're going to cover tonight.
You think I can remember things?
Okay. No, however, if I ask you to remind me, I am more likely to remember myself. So... yeah.
So bring up something Google search.
Thank you, my little geekery, for redeeming the hydrate. I actually have water today. Yeah. So my week's been dog shit.
What happened with your week?
Well, let's see. There was vomit last night.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Heidi says she feels like she's getting sick. And she's got a full day of work tomorrow, so if she has to cancel all those appointments, that's a lot of money down the drain. And on top of that, Piper is sick. So everybody's sick. But Piper being sick means that I had to edit my own goddamn video, which that in and of itself is not an issue. It does mean there's no Meathead Monday this coming Monday, because the Friday videos take precedence. But then Adobe was like, fuck you, I'm not exporting that.
You know, DaVinci could resolve your problem.
No, it can't, because that would I'd have to learn a whole new workflow to edit one single video. So no. That would have taken just as long, if not longer, than convincing Adobe to do it.
Yeah, but I still had to use the pun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and all the Linux nuts in the chat are like, hey, you told us the other week that you were going to Linux Mint. Just use Kdenlive. I'm like, no. I tried it. It is so painful to use compared to any of the Windows video editors.
I respect Linux. I really do. But there are two kinds of people who are more insufferable than certain religious apologists. Vegan apologists and Linux apologists. Now, granted,
although Linus Torvalds is based.
The Linux apologists are also correct. I just can't stand listening to them.
I mean, the least helpful ones are the ones where, if somebody complains that something isn't there, they're just like, oh, well, it's open source, so just make it yourself. You're like, no. I don't want to.
It's like I'm looking for a solution to a thing.
That is a
That's what
minority.
I'm
I
trying to
have
do.
only come across that once. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, so my week has been absolute dog shit, and I'm exhausted, and everybody's sick. And yeah, I spent a good chunk of the night last night using a towel to clean up a vomit because we didn't have any paper towel. So that we have
Jeez.
one last towel in the house.
I mean, is your laundry running right now?
Yes, it is. It's my bed
Does it have
sheets
the
from
towels in
the.
it right now?
No, the towel is in the garbage. It was far too chunky for me to be willing to deal with. Like, I'm not putting those chunks in the washing machine because they will be there for a while. They were too big for the drain.
You take it outside
No,
and you smack it on
no,
the ground.
no. I bring the garbage bag next to where I'm cleaning it up, and once I get as much of it as I can into the towel, I shove it into the garbage bag and then take that outside and never bring it back in the
Mm.
house again.
So now you're gonna go buy new towels.
Well, it was only one towel. Okay. I'm suspecting. I just assumed that I was normal in this. I guess that's a bad assumption always. But are you guys not like completely grossed out by vomit to the point where like the idea of it makes you feel like you need to vomit?
I mean, it does gross me out very close to that point,
Like
but I also recognize that I have limited money.
yeah, but I have other towels in the house. And like
You said you only had one.
no, I said we don't have paper towels, which is why I was using an actual towel.
Oh.
No, we do have other towels, but yeah, no, like like the smell of it is such that like I can't clean it up all at once. I have to like walk away and wash my hands and come back or whatever, and it's like, no, no, cannot
Oh,
deal
see,
with it.
I have a catch-all solution to that problem. It's called you take a thing of rubbing alcohol and you spray it over it before you ever go near it.
Yeah, no, I
That's
definitely
that's
did
my
use
catch-all
rubbing
solution to that.
alcohol. It does not actually that it just adds other smells onto the smell. It doesn't make the smell go away. Yeah, so magical cat girl. Smell of gum makes me feel like that as well, and minty things as well. Those I recognize are my neurospicy sensory issues. But the vomit thing, I just assumed it's a disgusting thing that nobody wants anything to do with. So I figured that my reaction to vomit was not a sensory issue. It's just gross.
Have you seen Scat?
Menthol on the mustache. No, do you want to make me throw up faster? Gross.
Vic's Vapo Rub has entered the chat.
Fennec, I am aware of that. I have seen Two Girls, One Cup. I have no desire to see it again. But, yeah. Yeah. So that's been my week so far.
Fair. Lost your sense of smell to COVID first.
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot of
that
people
would
have
have
lost
been
their sense of smell to COVID.
that would have been nice. Unfortunately, I got my booster not too long ago. But yeah, so that was fun. I feel like there was something else I wanted to bring up, and it might have been news related.
Might have been news related.
Yeah, no, there was like a couple things that I don't really want to cover in detail. No, not the control panel. I want my webmail. I have been logged out, and for some reason, my password manager extension on Firefox doesn't know that it's connected to the internet.
Stuff says that, or it's horse related. Can we not anymore with the fucking horse?
I mean, okay. The Bubba thing. We didn't talk about the Bubba thing last week, did we?
No, because it didn't
Okay.
happen on Wednesday.
I know you talked about the Bubba thing on one of your streams. I saw the title of it pop up. So, yeah. I do not for a second think that Donald Trump blew Bill Clinton. However, my first thought when I saw the Bubba email was Bubba the Love Sponge. And my first thought when I thought of Bubba the Love Sponge was, that actually tracks. Are you aware of Bubba the Love Sponge?
No.
He was a radio personality who I'm okay. People are mentioning Stoff and talking about horses. Now I remember seeing fan art on Blue Sky to
Could you
that.
don't?
So I have seen that one.
Mm.
Was that related to the Bubba thing?
That was immediately after I did the video on it.
Okay.
I don't get to escape it.
Yeah. But yeah, so Bubba the Love Sponge was a radio personality, I think, in Florida. Florida just seems like the place where this would be. When Hulk Hogan was feeling depressed, he invited him over to feel better by having sex with his wife. And then he recorded that with a hidden camera. And his plan was to blackmail Hulk Hogan with it, because apparently when Hulk Hogan is having sex with a white lady, he says the N-word a lot. This is one that I have not seen this video for myself, and I have no desire to see this video for myself.
What does he fucking do? Does he just say like, "Oh yeah, white pussy better than"?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Some things are better left buried in the dark forever.
I mean, 6 feet under currently. Look,
Hulk Hogan doesn't say that word anymore.
Hulk Hogan and Dick Cheney are currently holding each other's junk as they pee.
Yeah.
It sure is hot down here, brother.
So Hulk Hogan did sue Bubba the Love Sponge, and he won that lawsuit and everything. But like when I heard that Trump blew Bubba, and Putin might have had tapes for it, I'm like, that sounds like a Bubba the Love Sponge situation. So that was my first thought. But then everybody was like, oh well, Bill Clinton's nickname is Bubba. I'm like, okay, that's a funnier story.
Look, he just gave him a taste of the presidency well before his time.
Yep, indeed. So we got a taste for politics. But then I guess Epstein's brother came out and was like, no, Bubba was not Bill Clinton. But he didn't clarify who it was. And
yes,
and then someone else,
Epstein's brother, very credible source.
Yeah. But then like somebody else found out that like around that time, Epstein's brother had a horse named Bubba. And I assume
Ghislaine Maxwell had one.
Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba, and I'm assuming that's where all this fan art from you originated.
I'm guessing.
You talked about Bubba the horse.
Mm-hmm. I give up.
Now I will say, when I saw the artwork, it was two separate images kind of combined into one in a collage sort of thing, but my brain didn't interpret it that way at first. I didn't see the little U. It just looked like the horse had a penis growing out of its leg.
No, that's the all the way through tag.
Yeah. And
also, I am trying to find where you put the link in my chat, and I am failing.
Somebody else posted it right after me.
Go to I'll just use
donate.vicerhino.com. But that is a forward, and for some reason, I don't know if this is true for everybody, but when I am using a Chrome-based browser, it does not like that forward. Firefox works fine.
Also, Sakatanuki did another $20 tip saying that in regards to the previous conversation, it's literally the R. Kelly define teenage moment.
Oh, I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know.
I believe R. Kelly was diddling kids. And
is that one of those?
I feel like that's a big.
Is that one of those moments where you make the distinction between pedophilia and ephebophilia and whatever the fuck the other one is?
I feel like, so outside of the content creator sphere, where you're gonna get exposed to these kind of ideas all the time, I feel like a red flag for me is when somebody makes the distinction.
Yeah. So
when somebody goes hebophilia, and I'm just like, so you think 14-year-olds are hot? Well, no, no. Stay on topic.
Are you familiar with the comedian Gianmarco Soresi?
No, I'm not.
So I didn't see anything from him, and then out of nowhere he was all over my timeline, and then I saw him like emceeing events for Zohran Mamdani. I'm like, okay, I'll take it, whatever. But he had a bit where like he gets up and he talks about like, so I heard Megyn Kelly was like talking about how 15 is different from 8, and he goes into the whole like, so there's this like pedophilia is this and ephebophilia is this, and then whatever the other one is this, and he gives the whole definition. Is like very straight faced the whole time, and then he finishes it with like, And so I think the real problem with this is, and like the reason we tend not to make this distinction is that it's impossible to make this distinction without sounding like a pedophile.
Saga Taduki with another tip that R. Kelly was asked by Eric Andre if he was attracted to teenage girls, and he said, "What kind of teenage are we talking about?" There's the context.
Yeah, so that's one of the things where like 18 and 19 is technically legal. I'm still not comfortable with that. That's still very young. Give me the MILFs all the way.
I can see the perspective where somebody's like, what about a 19-year-old? Like, okay, well, that's an adult. Legally, that's an adult, sure. Then the question becomes, what life experiences do y'all have that have any cross-compatibility? This person who is just now establishing their life and has no power, and you who is, in your 30s or 40s who have established everything.
We both have a map to Blowtown.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm sorry.
Sarah Tagrita says for R. Kelly, worse, he wrote her a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number after pissing on her. I love the internet. It was not a mistake.
It was a big mistake. No, the internet in general wasn't a mistake. Getting faster internet speeds than dial-up was a mistake.
So our jobs was a mistake.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This timeline is going to give me clinical depression.
I think you already have that?
I don't think that I do. Although, so I did. So if y'all don't know, my partner is a therapist. So part of her job, like she is not able to diagnose anyone, but part of her job is being able to detect like warning signs so that she can refer people to diagnosis. And that's how I ended up with the. Okay, I am diagnosed with ADHD. I'm not diagnosed with autism, but I have had multiple professionals tell me that I'm probably autistic. And I have kids that have been diagnosed autistic, and it is genetic. Like there's a very strong genetic component. So yeah, I'm probably autistic.
15th Watcher says, I trust the horse dewormer more than the COVID vaccine. Can you elaborate on why? I feel like that will illuminate far more than me explaining how a mRNA vaccine works.
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole video on the mRNA vaccine if you want to go watch that. It's called How Did They Make the Vaccine So Fast? And it goes into some of the science of how it works, and it's pretty cool. It's a bit of an old video. But
because many COVID vaccines has been shown to have harmful consequences, such as, and in what amounts?
Yeah, basically all of the harmful consequences of the COVID vaccines are like a very, very, very toned down version of the consequence of actually getting COVID. Like myocarditis.
You mean like what happens when you have a vaccine in general?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like 0.1% of people who get the COVID vaccine get myocarditis. 10% of people who get COVID get myocarditis. I am pulling these numbers out of my butt. They're not actually accurate, but the ratios are approximately equal. And also, there's fucking long COVID. I forget the channel name, but there was a science communicator who I used to watch her videos all the time.
So speaking of that, 15th Watcher, are you aware that being diagnosed with COVID-19 gives you a 33 times chance from whatever your previous set was to have a blood clot? Getting COVID has a chance of giving you a blood clot. It therefore follows that getting a weakened version of the COVID vaccine can give you a chance of that, but the chance of the blood clots from the COVID vaccine will inadvertently be lower than the chance of blood clots from COVID, because that's how vaccines work.
Yeah, so Physics Girl, used to watch her videos all the damn time. She got COVID fairly early on. I don't remember whether the vaccines were out yet, but I don't think she had been vaccinated. And she ended up with long COVID, and it was so severe that like only just this year has she been able to get out of bed for an extended period of time. And she had it like back in 2020, 2021, somewhere in there. So, like if you have your vaccine, you're far less likely to end up with long COVID. And if you do get long COVID, it's going to be far less severe than if you didn't get the vaccine. So like, yeah, there are possible negative side effects for vaccines, as this is true for all vaccines. But the negative side effects of the actual disease are far worse.
15th Watcher says, in various countries, more people who got a variant of the vaccine got COVID than people who didn't. So you understand that the word in various countries has no weight.
There's also so many people have been vaccinated at this point that that's a statistical, like, because it is not 100% guaranteed to prevent you from getting COVID, it's statistically guaranteed that more people who get COVID will be vaccinated at this point than not vaccinated, because more people are vaccinated.
Like, the thing you are describing is what you would expect when you have a vaccine that was as widely distributed, especially because I said distributed, didn't I?
Sebastian S sent $200 for the onesie. Thank you, Sebastian S, but we're not quite there yet. I think 1, 2, 3, I think there's $100 left. Did I do my math wrong? I wish there was a timestamp on these, because Bill M's donation was already in. So yeah, the 100 anonymous, so that's 200, so that's 400. So I need one more $100
for the onesie.
So it'd be 32.17, but I said 33.17 earlier. But I was just wrong, I guess. Anyway, this isn't a COVID vaccine stream. There's plenty of information on it. Just get your fucking vaccines, man. Don't be scared of the needle. We need another $100 to get me into the onesie, and it's looking like it might be an early night tonight because we're already moving on to the tweets. I only had 3 news stories. So you guys don't have long to get me in my PJs.
Borther. Heal yeah, Borther.
Heal yeah, Borther.
It's making fun of Hulk Hogan. Rest in piss.